This week I'm going to reflect on a drama weekend that we took our Key Stage 4 children to. We took them to the Conway Centre at Menai. This trip is traditionally offered to Year 10 pupils, and given the issues that we have had with our Year 10 pupils so far, my initial thoughts were of trepidation. Their behaviour has not been great. We've struggled with them to follow instruction, and to be honest, their passion for the subject of drama. So when we first told them about the trip, I was worried that they would just see it as just a weekend away, just to kind of chat and be away from their parents and not really kind of engage with the drama that would be happening that weekend. I've had a look at some research. Michelle Kula wrote a paper called "What are the benefits of field trips for children?" and she says that students visiting different educational facilities learn in a more hands-on way than in school. And also Sarah Dray also wrote an article, "What are the benefits of field trips?" And she says the boredom of the classroom may lead some kids to lose interest in a particular subject. This is especially true of difficult subjects, but it can happen with pretty much anything. New environments can provide challenges that allow for more individual learning, while classroom teaching is often generalised and many times targeted to the slowest learners in the group. During field trips, kids have a chance to go the extra step and take on as much information as they want and can. My mentor, his views were takes this group of children regularly every year to Menai, and what we did was we worked together to discuss the criteria for attending the weekend, and we'd already set a criteria just after Christmas for pupils to be invited along for the trip, and then we worked out together who would benefit from the trip and who we didn't think would be particularly suited to going on the trip. The strategies that I used in this situation were to talk to the group. I mean, we're 2/3 of the way through the academic year now. I have built a relationship up with this group. It is still quite up and down with them, but they have learnt to trust me now. We know each other. They know what expectations I have of them. And whilst it is still a bit of a roller coaster ride, I do have a relationship with them, and I spoke to them therefore about the behaviour expectation on this weekend. We spoke about the kind of workshops that they would be participating in. We spoke about the long hours that they would be involved in these workshops, that it was very hard work, that they would be worked particularly hard all weekend, but the benefit that they would gain completely outweighed the downside of the long hours, and that they would really want to be involved in the workshops for this amount of time. So did it work? Well, yes it did. The transformation of 3 particular pupils was astounding and an absolute joy to watch. For our pupils to mix with like-minded pupils, there was no opportunity at all to muck around, to see the subject of drama being taken seriously, and to really be able to throw themselves into the workshops and thoroughly immerse themselves in the drama was fabulous to watch, and really saw a difference in their attitude towards drama. The transformation during their final performance on the Sunday afternoon was magnificent. To watch our pupils sent a shiver up my spine. It was so satisfying to watch these pupils who had worked hard all weekend, had thrown themselves completely into the drama. The weekend had cultivated them, it disciplined them, it had fostered their passion for drama, and that was completely evident at the end of the weekend. And even the next day when we went back into school, their attitude in the lessons was different, and I urge them not to be drawn in by some of the others' lack of commitment to the lesson, their lack of commitment to drama. There's some of the silly behaviour that is still going on, to not allow the other pupils to take that away from them, because they'd worked so hard that weekend and achieved so much. So what would I have done differently? I would have liked to have taken the whole class. There was certain pupils that couldn't come because of finances, and I think if I was to do this again next year, I would most definitely fundraise to subsidise the trip so that it would be more affordable for the children, and there would be more of a possibility of some of those children coming along, because they would have benefited massively. And the other set of children that we were unable to take was down to poor behaviour and their inability to cope really in that situation. So the thing I would do differently is I would like to take them away for one night only, locally, and do some workshops with them with just our group, and earlier on in the year, and then kind of testing the water then, and then give them the opportunity to come along to the Menai weekend. So I would definitely do that differently if I did it again, which hopefully I will. I'd just like to finish on that note of all children being able to take part in this weekend. This again is a quote from Sarah Dray on her paper, What are the Benefits of Field Trips? Field trips can introduce children to job opportunities and spark new interest and passion, which it definitely did to our children that we took to the drama weekend in Wales. And I would have liked to do things slightly differently next year, to offer that opportunity to all pupils, so that sparking new interest and passion in all of our pupils.